Good morning. Myself, Dr. M. Marigundan, and my colleague, Dr. R. Tyagarajan, both are associate professors in Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, GCE, Dharmaburi. We will prepare the video lecture for the course subject, Wireless Communication, EC 8652. I will give the introduction about the wireless communication. Nowadays, that the wireless communication is the fastest growing and most vibrant technological area, particularly in electronics and communication. The wireless communication, it is a method of transmitting information from one point to other without using any connection like wires, cables, or any physical medium. Generally, in communication system, the information is transmitted from transmitter to receiver, okay, for particularly a limited distance. But using your wireless communication, that the transmitter must be both transmitter as well as the receiver can be placed anywhere between few meters to few thousand kilometers. We are living in the world of communication, particularly in wireless communication. It is the key part of our lives. Some of the commonly used wireless communication systems day by day, particularly mobile phone, GPS, receiver, remote control, Bluetooth, audio, and Wi-Fi, etc. So, what is wireless communication? How you define it? Generally, communication system can be wired or wireless, and the medium used for communication can be guided or unguided. In wired communication, that the medium is a physical form, it means it is connected between cables, twisted per cables, or optical fibers, which means it guides the signal to propagate from one point to another. Such a type of medium is called guided medium. On the other hand, wireless communication does not require any physical medium but propagates the signal through space. Since space only allows for signal transmission without any guidance, the medium used in wireless communication is called unguided medium. If there is no physical medium, how does the wireless communication transmit the signal? Okay, that is the question. Even though there is no cables used in wireless communication, that the transmission and reception of signal is accomplished by antenna. Antennas are electrical devices that transform the electrical signals to radio signal in the form of electromagnetic waves. Okay, it is the vice versa. These electromagnetic waves propagates through space. Hence, both transmitter as well as the receiver consist of an antenna. Why wireless communication is needed? When wired communication can do most of the tasks that a wireless communication can do, so why we need wireless communication? The primary important benefit of wireless communication is mobility. Apart from mobility, the wireless communication also offers flexibility and ease of use, which makes it increasingly popular day by day. Wireless communication like mobile telephony can be made anywhere, anytime with a considerably high throughput and performance. Another important point is infrastructure. That setup and installation of infrastructure of wired communication system is an expensive and time-consuming job. The infrastructure for wireless communication can be installed easily and low cost. In emergency situations and remote locations where the setup of wired communication is difficult, wireless communication is a visible option. So what are the advantages if we go for wireless communication, there are so many plenty of advantages, but we will discuss some 4 or 5 points. That the first one is the cost. The cost of the installing wires, cables, other infrastructure is eliminated in wireless communication and hence lowering the overall cost of the system compared to wired communication system. Installing wired communication network in particularly in building, digging up to there to lay the cables and running those wires across the street is extremely difficult, costly, and it is a time consuming job. But the second important point is mobility. We already discussed earlier. Okay, that is the main advantage of wireless communication system. It offers the freedom to move around while still connected to network. And the third one, easy of installation. That the installation of wireless communication network equipment and infrastructure is very easy compared with the wired communication. And the next point, fourth point is reliability. Since there is no cables and wired involved in wired communication, wireless communication, there is no chance of communication failure due to any damage, particularly environmental condition, cable splice, unnatural dimension, and metallic conductors. And disaster recovery, that's the next point. In case of accidents due to fires, floods, or other disaster, the loss of communication infrastructure in wireless communication system can be minimal. There is a plenty of advantages in wireless communication as well as some few disadvantages also. What are the most concerning disadvantage of wireless communication is that the first one is interference. So wireless communication system can open space for medium for transmitting signals. As a result, there is a huge chance of radio signal from one wireless communication system to another might interfere with other signals. That the second one, security. One of the main concern of wireless communication is security of the data. Since the signals are transmitted in open space, it is possible that it can intercept the signal and copy sensitive information. The third one, it is a health concern it is in wireless communication because continuous exposure of any type of radiation can be hazardous. Even though the level of RF energy that can be cause the damage are not accurately established, it is advised to avoid RF radiation to the maximum. So in wireless communication, okay, that the syllabus, it will contain 5 units, okay, that the first unit contains wireless channels. Okay, in wireless channels, uh, we may discuss about the path loss model, free space and two-way model, link budget design, and particularly we will detail study the small scale fading. So what is the fading due to? Multiple path time delay, spread, flat fading, slow fading, and fast fading. So these are the topics it will be discussed in the first unit. That the second unit is a cellular architecture. In cellular architecture, in the second unit, we may discuss about FDME, TDME, and CDME, and then you do the capacity calculations. What is cellular concept? Okay, tracking and coverage and capacity improvement. In third unit, digital signaling for fading channels. In this unit, you may specifically discuss about the what is the structure of wireless communication link, what is QPSK, quadrature phase shift key, and 5v4 DQPSK, minimum shift key, that is the MSK, and Gaussian minimum shift key, it is GMSK. We will detail study these topics. Apart from them, okay, we will discuss about the error performance of the fading channel, OFDM principle, cyclic prefix, windowing, and PAPR. We may discuss the above topics in the third unit. Fourth unit contains the multi-part mitigation techniques. So in this unit, we will detail study the adaptive equalization, linear and non-linear equalization. And there are so many algorithms, that is the LMS algorithm. And then we may discuss about the diversity, micro and macro diversity, diversity combining techniques, error probability in fading channels with the diversity reception, and the final topic is rate receiver. Okay. In fifth unit, multiple antenna techniques. In this unit, we may discuss about the MIMO system, multi-input, multi-output system, spatial multiplexing system model, pre-coding, transmitter diversity, receiver diversity, channel state information, capacity in fading and non-fading channels. Okay, so these are the syllabus for R 2017 for wireless communication. So we will discuss each and every topic in the upcoming slides. Okay, thank you.